Welcome to BattleTech in the Morning with Captain Nips. I am Captain Nips, and today, the ultimate round, the final round, perhaps, of the Swarm.
Welcome, Commander.
We've punched above our weight a number of times in this backer beta. We've taken our hardy band of 6 small laser locusts, rode them out into the field, and have come out victorious against a number of threats, most heavier than our own. Today, we reach the summit of that climb, up the ladder of weight and sea bills being thrown against us. We finally reach the point where there can't be anything bigger. So what does one do when faced with a last shining moment in which to try and prove to the world, can my scrubs take on all comers? What do we put them against? You know what we put them against? All of the tonnage. Today, against the Swarm, the full complement of the battle station that is the enemy lance. Quad Atlas, set to 0 cost. But we know in our heart of hearts, and on the scratch paper that we've kept aside on one side of the computer desk, that this side of the matchup has a 400-ton total to this side of the matchup at its 80 tons. And with my approximately 6.1 million, it's not quite right. Math isn't quite right. I didn't fix the math. And we definitely didn't fix the math here, but I can tell you this much. This side is worth easily over 40 million Z-bills. Can my scrubs pull out a win against this much armor? That's what we're going to figure out today. That's what we are going to determine. We're going to leave the pilots where they are. Good luck and Godspeed. And boy howdy, do we need to make some decisions. So, the problem we're going to encounter in this video that I'm going to be up against is that enemy lance is going to be, unless the AI has a complete aneurysm, all stacked on top of each other. If I were that lance, I would march those atlases literally shoulder to shoulder and just never let anything get one of them out of position and just obliterate all things that stand in my way. I am fortunate, however, in that the AI is not necessarily that smart. It can be that smart, but I would be surprised if it deathballs at its most efficient manner. We still need to leverage all of the advantages that I've taken before, all of the liberties that I've taken. I'm going to pick the hell out of a map here, because what I need is some tight quarters to cut off as many lines of sight as I can get. I need as much cover as I can get. And I think I take it to the stacks again. I could take it to Big Lock and use the island in the middle. It's got some trees on it, so I would get cover bonuses. But the problem with that island is you're either in the middle of the island, in which case everything that's there can see each other, or you're outside of the island, but there's not a lot of breaking up lines of sight within those spaces. So like if I'm in the middle of the island and the enemy team comes to the middle of the island, I will have to mad scramble out of the middle of the island to break lines of sight and try and keep one or the other of their mechs picked off from their team. So I don't know that that's actually a good choice. I don't take Death Valley. I think Death Valley is way too open. I don't take River Crossing. I think there's just not enough solid cover between my position and their position that I can use to dance around in. And I think the same goes for Alpine River. Though there are some places on both of those maps where maybe I could do some kiting and I could do some, you know, positional work. I think I end up back on the stacks. Because at the very least on the stacks, if I move to one position that's forward, middle-ish of the map, and they move forward, and I need to break and just do a rotation in my position, there are enough other large, broken pieces of terrain that break line of sight that are all close to each other. It's almost like an urban environment. It's not exact. It's not quite. In fact, if I could get an urban environment right now, I would take that all day long. I think the stacks is as close as I get. And as far as the mood, I think I take Foggy Night. I think I take Foggy Night and hope that the actual line of sight spotting visual distance modifiers are in place and work, which may be a false hope. Not gonna lie. Still don't think those work necessarily. But we won't find out unless we try. Let's go.
Commencing deployment. Mech warriors, prepare for combat.
Now I've got a couple of problems, understating it, coming up against these atlases. So one, there's 4 atlases. There are 4 atlases on the field. So the amount of damage, even if I get rear side position with every single mech on one target, that is so much armor to cut through as to kind of be eye-boggling.
Wow. Hey, this place.
Compounding this problem, even if I manage to split one of their mechs off from the team, every single one of those atlases has an LRM-20 attached to it. So let's take a moment and read the tea leaves a bit. If I were to get one of the atlases out of position, bait it out somehow so that its team was far enough behind that I could get a round or two in on the lead element, he is going to spot for his other 3 Atlas buddies, and an LRM-60 is going to come crashing down indirectly on my team, which is real bad. Real bad. So there's some things. There's some things we're going to be fighting uphill against here. The question that I have right now in the immediate present is where to pick this fight. We fought over here. We fought over here. We fought over here. I don't think the right-hand side of this map is probably a good call, although there's some good tree cover. I do like the incidental tree cover. Also, if I recall correctly, along the left side, there's some hills that break line of sight, which will also help. I don't think I want to try and bait anything. Yeah, this water down here is just off limits. We are not going here, at least today. Someday we will venture into the back 40. I think we go with what we know and what has worked in the past. We're going to bait them up onto this general area. Try and get one of the atlases separated from the rest of its team, which is going to be tough. Well, that's enough planning. Let's get this going. All right.
Yeah. What can
Scrub
I do you
team.
for?
Get a move on. Get your hustle on. So the thought that I have right now,
What's up, Commander?
right this immediate second, is what is the AI going to do when it sees the sensor blips as it moves up? If it sees my locusts spread out,
Something I can do?
how is it going to react? Is it going to
Speak to
spread its team? Or is it going to try and keep its team together? I don't want to spread my team that much, because I need to keep all of my locusts probably within a single move to target so that I can swarm in on the enemy team. Whatever, when I pick my fight, when I pick my first salvo, I think I need all of my locusts to be able to get there and get the work done in one go, because if I lose out on a turn's worth of fire on a turn where I have decided, okay, I'm picking my fight now, if I lose even a single locust's worth of weapon fire, I may be just up a creek then. I may be up a creek right here from the start. Who knows? This is gonna be ugly. Yeah, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just keep hitting this button.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because Lord knows I am not moving up to them. We're gonna make them move first. Alright.
What's up, Commander? Whatever. Standing by.
Yeah. Whatever is right. I think we're gonna grade on a curve today.
Yeah? What can I do you for?
Because even though we have had amazing success with the Swarm, my confidence level, oh, and they're deathballing, is
Something I can do?
something near zero. This is so much enemy weight to try and chew through. So much enemy. Oh, wow, and they are just absolutely shoulder to shoulder. If I can get even one of those guys down, I think I claim a Pyrrhic victory. Okay.
Yeah? I'll just stay put and keep things cool.
There's probably at least one more round before they get into line of sight with me. Because the last thing I want is my team
Something I can do?
to be exposed before I get the chance. I need to get the first salvos off. I need to be pulling the backstab first. But I need them to close as much as they can. Ooh, okay. Alright, we've got some movement.
What's up, Commander?
What are they gonna do? Are they gonna roll down through that crease? Is this gonna be my primary target?
Yeah? What can I do you for? Yeah?
If that's gonna be my
Yeah?
primary
What
target.
can I do you for?
Oh boy. Oh boy. There was a line of sight through there. There's a line of sight through there. That was terrifying. Thank God this is not a live RTS, real time. That would have been bad. That Atlas would have overwatched and kerplowed my Locust. Thank God for turn-based strategy games. Alright. So we've got one
Yeah?
who's kind of out of position. So here's the question. How far around here does he have to move? Is he going to be able to move to here, turn, see my guys? Because if that happens, this whole thing goes
And now,
completely belly up. If these three guys, if these three Atlases move, through here or even around the outside, that would be fantastic. If this guy continues to move through here, that makes this Atlas the target du jour. I think I need to let them move first.
got it.
I think
Stay put for now.
I am surmising this guy doesn't cut the corner enough to get a line of sight for weapons fire. Okay. He chose to run, which does not help our cause. But he did choose to move into my position, cutting him off temporarily from the rest of his team. I'm going to get one entire round's worth of locusts on this guy, and then I'm going to get phase 4 on the next round, an entire round of locusts on this guy again. I honestly wish at this point one of my pilots had sensor lock, because that would completely shut this guy off of his evasion, and that would allow me to shank this guy at will. But that's not how this team is set up. So instead, we simply have to trust our numbers. Oh, this is also all right. So there's a lot of bad going on here. Bad number one. Somehow, he doesn't quite have enough to turn. So the best I can do is take a side arc. Let's see if these other guys can get a rear arc. There isn't a line of sight from that position. You have got to actually be kidding me. There is, from this location here, through this open air, no effective line of sight. At least that's what the game is predicting. How on earth? How? How on earth? Okay. Let's take another step back. There's another thing I have not really leveraged with any of the previous Swarm videos that we could do here. I have been working very hard to keep my locusts evasive, which means moving and shooting. However, every single one of these little tiny little bugs could forego that evasion to go for a curb stomp and still get all their lasers off. I have chosen not to use that as a tactic because it takes away their evasion. Their evasion is basically the only thing that keeps them alive when the guns start firing. I know I'm getting a free turn here. I think I just curb stomp this guy now. I know it's got evasion, but I think I just go for curb stomps. All right, hey,
No problem.
you know what? Commit to the plan. All right. Dodge, dodge, dodge. 2 hits, approximately. Oh, okay, here we go. Here was the thing I was worried about. Oh, is this going to prove me immediately wrong in terms of what I should be doing?
I may need a new mech soon.
The LRM-60. Oh, that guy is so boned. Barkeep, I'm so sorry. Because now these guys are just going to sit back and rain LRMs. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad.
On the move.
I have to keep my evasion up. And I don't get it when I go for melee attacks. Oh, and this dot, oh boy. You ever get the feeling that one mistake is just going to doom your entire plan?
Hey, they're coming around the side.
There you go. I'm down 1. 2 LRMs worth of indirect fire, and I am down a mech. Because I chose poorly.
Something I can do.
You're killing me, Smalls. Alright, that gets the rear arc. Alright, well, lesson learned, I cannot not move. I cannot take advantage. I was hoping, part of me was hoping if I would get enough melee attacks off, I get the stability damage on, I knock down the Atlas, my next turn that I'm getting phase 4, I go first, and I just curb stomp that guy with small lasers to the face or something. And immediately I'm proven that that tactic is just going to get me killed.
You got it.
Ah, boy. I get the feeling that this video is going to be very short. That guy chose to fire on the... Oh, that's right. They killed the one that was not evading.
Right here.
Rear arc just within.
On my way.
This is bad because this is going to put me in line of sight here. Although I get first moves out, so
I'm gonna make some.
maybe I get something there. Jeez Louise, the dodges, all of the dodges everywhere.
Yeah.
And again, yet again. Oh, man. This hurts. This actually hurts. This position is so bad. Do I just bail? Do I just bail from this position since I can't get... You know what? I bail.
Okay. Full speed it is.
Yeah, get out of there. If we're lucky, this guy comes down. Problem is I kind of need to bait him. So I need him to come down, but not sprint. So if I go here, which is just around the corner.
Yeah.
I can't get... Oh, I can't get all the way over here. Sure, why not? The threat of those indirect LRMs is so mind-boggling to me in this particular matchup because it cuts off so many options for me. Come on, stop. Yeah, okay. Oh, he's gonna eat. He's gonna eat it. Can't dodge everything, but boy, could you dodge that autocannon fire? That would have made things a little bit less difficult. And now here comes the rain. Wow. I'm just gonna go and assume, yeah, I fell down, so I lost evasion, which means all of this indirect fire is gonna land home. And this locust is gonna die in an explosive fire.
Okay, not good.
Here comes round number 3. Yep, there we go. Okay. Down 2. Oh boy. Sledding uphill. On the plus side, he has now exposed his rear and is not evading. It only cost me a quarter of my lance. Alright, we got some open panels.
Yeah.
There's a hint of hope that we might kill one of them.
I'm on it. Aye, aye.
Okay. Alright. We did some work. We did some work. He's going to back up and he's going to plow. Oh, the autocannon 20 landed. Oh! As if this could not go any worse. Any worse. Not only does he not dodge the AC-20, the enemy Atlas lands the headshot with it. Oh, that's just beautiful. That is, if that is not encapsulating completely how this entire match has gone from start to finish. Oh, wow.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
Oh, my poor scrubs. My poor mech warriors off the street.
Something I can do.
You just were not ready for this. You just were not prepared for the obscenity that is this enemy team. can actually get a rear arc and cover from here.
I'm in.
And my evasion. I don't even have inspiration to give this guy, which, given how it's gone, there's nothing inspiring here, so I'm not surprised.
I'm gonna make some friends.
Well, alright, stacking up damage, but
Nice.
I have the sneaking suspicion this last Locust does not survive another round. This guy's just going to wheel around. We got the dodges. We got some damage reduction from the cover.
That's bad.
You said it, buddy. But here comes the Iron Dome.
Hey, watch
Here
the
comes
fight,
the
watch
rain of
the
fire. 60 missiles from heaven.
Damage is minor, Clint.
Get out of the first 20. Pretty okay. Second 20, getting lots of dodges. He might survive the round.
They're hitting my innards.
He might survive the round. Nope. Because this guy is
Hey,
now
they're
going
coming around the side.
forward direct. Oh, yeah, no, he's done.
Units destroyed.
There you go. Episode 4 of The Swarm. Maybe biting off too much. More than we can chew. Atlases. Never doubt that they're dangerous. Always consider how many different ways they can be. Ah. This just breaks your heart. This just breaks your heart. Like, I know the rest of this armor damage, like, it probably wasn't applied because AC 20 to the face and then the game said, stop, stop, stop. It's too much. We can't handle this level of we can't handle it. He's already taken too much. Just let it go. But that, right there, man. You don't get much shorter than that. 7 rounds, 19 minutes. Probably spent more time talking than the enemy spent actually firing its guns. But that's where we're at. The Swarm takes a loss. But you know what? The Swarm will recover. And we'll be back. And we're going to find a way. We're going to find a way to take out those Atlases. My guys might have to go in for some training. My guys might have to get a few more tricks. But we'll be back. And for now, for today, that'll be BattleTech in the morning. I am Captain Nips, who's going to go pour one out for this poor team of Locusts. And I see all of you in tomorrow's video.